Well, welcome to another obscure episode of historical churches in the vicinity of the homes of Lord Frederick Joseph Holmes, self-appointed know-all and opinionated bigot, who's going to share his views on St Nicholas Church in Grosmont. First of all, the yellow signs have got to go. All right, there's another one over there, equally ugly and out of character. And here we are in the church. I'm shooting in portrait mode because I want you to see the ceilings in churches. Now, as we walk down here on this beautiful early autumnal September morning, somewhere around the end of September, possibly the 29th, where this church takes you back to a time before the invention of the bungalow. No offence to bungalow owners, spoiling the horizons of all our local villages. Actually, you can be offended. You've no right to own those properties. And we look out beyond to the Welsh or Herefordshire hills, because we live here on the borders and I'm not so good at geography. Church criticism is my chosen speciality, as I speak through a lisp mouth because somebody very kindly cracked my tooth open in a game of squash years ago, and it's given up the ghost. It's left me looking like a Wurzel, or in this case a village idiot. As we walk around this beautiful array of lime trees, someone could correct me. I love trees, I'm not an expert, but it makes a lovely shady entrance on a hot day for old types who probably entered through this gate that's no longer in use because it leads to the rectory, which is now in private hands. So we'll respect their privacy and feast our eyes back onto the church on the hill, built to the glory of God. And we will walk round here amongst the buttercups that are actually daisies. So I like plants, not very good on those, as I've already explained. But I do know a holly tree when I see one, and there's a rather resplendent one appearing now on your left that's full of winter berries to keep our birdies fed throughout the lean winter months. And then I wanted to circumnavigate the church so that you could get a feeling for the setting. You come round here and I can fully see why people would want to buy a house that overlooks a church. Grosmont was the best kept village in 2003, but I'd rather such awards weren't promoted to keep out the riffraff. Nice bit of cow parsley here, unless someone corrects me. That's where we entered, up there, and now we enter the church, which may be slightly disappointing because somebody's nicked the pews. Anyway, I am not disappointed because it's easier to walk around and enjoy all these stone graves inside the church. There's obviously business still goes on there, so we'll have a look in there. I don't know if we're allowed in there, but there is a sign. Here's a problem, here's a rant, right? Over signage everywhere you go. Do we need not only one but two fire exit signs? Do we need another one that tells us to shout fire and to leave the building? Or would that in the old days gone down to common sense. Spoils any potential for photography, at least to an old geezer like me. So let's go through these lovely lead-lined windows. Oh, we've got to keep this door shut to keep the heat in. Is it actually open? Praise the Lord. It is open. Oh, this is lovely. Yeah. So this is where the dwindling populations hang out. But that's okay. Many go to church these days who are not Christians, just to feel good about themselves or to hedge their bets. But the true faithful, the ones that believe the Bible was actually telling the truth, they'll still come to church. So they may be the few, but they are the faithful to the word. Look at that lovely old chair. Medium-sized organ for such a big church, but I bet it does the job. Got the mirror there, that helps the organist overtake the choir. Candles, lectern, lots of history in here, and it's been very nicely cleaned. We will receive a welcome in this place. Looks like an instrumental welcome to me. There's old stuff there, look at that, that's old. That's more old because it says 1708 on it. I'm not great at maths, but that's 400 years ago. 417 or 18 years ago. Anyway, let's not get precious about such minor things. We've been reading from the Psalms. Isn't this altar? No, not altar, lectern, pulpit. Isn't this pulpit rather lovely? It's ornate without being ostentatious. Got a nice little bit of marble in it and a nice gold lectern. Brass, not gold. Yeah. So in here we've got red tiles. I've probably gone over my video limit. So I'll have to send it to friends on WhatsApp. Facebook don't like it. Messenger doesn't like you to go on a bit. And I have gone on a bit. But enough already. I will draw to a close by looking through the lead-lined lattice window. Thank you for your company. I love you all. Goodbye.